Okay, I could not figure out how to get this for the life of me, but it looks like you're supposed to use this spacer because the short screws don't fit it. The long screws fit if you use the spacer. It came with like another O-ring thing with a spacer. This nut is really close to the actual throttle body. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the project for the mini bike. And we got a package in the mail and it is a high performance racing carburetor for a bunch of different kind of bikes. Supposedly it's for this bike. I don't know how it works or how to actually install it, but we're going to open it up right now and see if there's a clue. It does come with a new throttle cable, which is interesting. I don't know why. This is the actual new carburetor. Now it's completely different from the other one because I don't see butterflies as the throttle opening. Really strange. I don't know how that works. On the other carb right here, if you look in this part, I have it right here. If you look right here, there's an actual butterfly for the throttle, and there is a black thing right here that modulates the butterflies. So I don't know anything about this new carburetor and how it is supposed to work, but let's put it down there and see what else we've got. All right, we've got a breather cap. I don't know what that's for. This is a little spacer, plastic spacer for mounting the carb to the engine. We have a tube, and it looks like a fuel line and something else. Fuel filter and some accessories here. And literally 0 instructions. And then we have our new exhaust system. So I have not a clue how this is supposed to be done. But check out our new muffler and exhaust in matte black. Very cool. But this is a puzzle to me. I don't understand it whatsoever. There's no springs or anything for this. There's no like instructions on how you hook it up. I don't even see where the throttle cable would connect to this, guys. I mean, okay, we're looking at all of our components here with our upgrade kit for the bike, and we have the Mikuni MK22 carburetor here. And so the first thing you want to have handy is a small screwdriver like this, and you want to take this idle adjustment. You want to tighten it all the way hand tight. Just hand tighten it till it's all the way to the right, and then take it and back it off at least 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn, and that is going to be kind of where you're going to want to be on that guy right there. And then the next step is to go ahead and mount the MK22 to the actual bike. But before that, you want to take these 4 screws and open that up, and inside there you've got your float. Open these 4 screws up, make sure your float, hold your carburetor level, make sure your float is also level, and then put your 4 screws back on and be sure not to over torque those. Okay, we are taking a look at this carburetor install now. This is our actual spark plug wire. needs to be degreased actually. It did not come with a new spark plug. I'm gonna grab some gloves. Okay, I could not figure out how to get this for the life of me, but it looks like you're supposed to use a spacer because the short screws don't fit it. The long screws fit if you use a spacer. It came with like another O-ring thing with a spacer. This nut is really close to the actual throttle body. I don't know if it's going to actually tighten properly or not, and I don't know how tight to do these. There's like no instructions whatsoever, but here is the actual thing. It's really tight. Okay, so I went ahead and mounted the carburetor to the engine. So what you do is you put the gasket in between and then you tighten them by hand. Then you tighten it with a wrench and you alternate from side to side and you just snug it up on both sides. Okay, so we got the inside of the carburetor out and it has a little clip inside there with a needle. And to hook up the throttle cable, you run it through the cap here. Don't lose the gasket. Through the spring, like that. And then I think you put it down the side here. I'm watching a video right now on how to do that. But I think it goes, oh, well, we lost it already. Keeps falling back in. Okay, so you run your cable through the hole in the slide at the bottom. like that. Make sure your gasket's still in place here. Don't forget your black cap like I did. I didn't see it in the kit, honestly. There's your cable cover. Your spring. Grab your float. Goes under like that. And then everything goes back in. It should drop all the way to the bottom. If it doesn't, it's not in there right. Ah, I had it in there backwards. It dropped that time. Okay, it's in there now. Assuming you just zip tie it up like that. Maybe through this little... Oh man, was I supposed to go through that? Oh, what the heck, man. Well, it's getting zip tied. There's really nothing to kind of hold it in there. Did I do something wrong? All right, we got our air filter on there now. Just needs to be tightened up. Just uses a Phillips clamp. Just like that. Good and tight. Here's our old throttle assembly. I think we gotta take this apart. I'm actually gonna order a new one, I think. It's got 2 screws on it. I'm assuming the throttle cable hooks inside here. I've never done this before. Never worked on bicycle, mini bike, nothing. Okay, so that part just comes straight out. Okay, apparently this part comes out somehow. Okay, just like that. Okay, I do not want to forget how this piece goes in there. Goes in just like that. Okay. How am I going to get this back? Shit. kind of sucks. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah, I want to order a new one of these anyway. Didn't snug up at all. That feels like it, but we got to put the handlebars back on before we can do that part. Okay, I got the governor all ground off, so it's prepped for removal completely from the engine whenever we take the side of the case off. At least that's what I read online and watched a video of it. We need to get our fuel filter installed and our gas tank installed.